I'm back with next part of scary, creepy, disturbing footage from the doorbell camera. Let's watch and react. Don't dream it's over.
Let me put it in a language you can understand.
Okay.
Number 6. Don't dream it's over. Since we're discussing the topic of victims being held against their will, the following video shows a similar theme. A woman in a robe is seen frantically knocking on a neighbor's door as the blurry lens of a ring cam captures her expressions of distress and fear. A few moments later, the pleas for help turn into screams as her abusive partner enters the frame and drags her off screen.
Oh my god.
Here's the video and accompanying news story involving the possible kidnapping. Sadly, there are multiple videos of this very type of interaction online, and many of them have even garnered national attention as they are
It's so
downright
scary,
uncomfortable
and it's
difficult to
actually
watch.
so you are actually in two minds if you're sitting inside and watching something like this, because you just don't know if you should help them or if they are part of some strategy, or if it is all a part of their game. Maybe they've pre-decided something like that, and if you open it and they would just grab you or something like that. You just don't know, you don't know if that person actually needs your help or it's all a planned out thing.
No! God, please, no! No!
So yeah, best is to just stay inside and call the cops.
Number 7. Tweak or treat. I haven't seen this clip included in many compilations and involves a man who visited a random house in the Los Angeles area. On June 29, 2021, at 11:30 p.m.,
Oh my
which seems to be a
God.
popular time when most of these encounters take place, we have a solicitor using a knife and driving it in between the wedge of a front door and door frame. The man is clearly visible on ring cam's doorbell attempting to break into the home. The homeowner tries to repeatedly communicate with the man, but he was clearly preoccupied with the objective at hand. The homeowner then calls the police and they arrive to detect.
Yeah, actually, what is up at 11:39 p.m. or something, a time around that? I mean, a lot of us are not even asleep by then, right? I think that's why, because people would actually look at the doorbell camera and there would be some kind of back and forth going on there, exchange of words. If it was at around 2-3 a.m., a lot of people would be asleep and nobody would check the footages or even interact with them. So probably that's why. I don't know. If the intention is to scare, then people should be awake to be scared. If they're asleep, they're not going to watch it and of course not get scared. So probably that's why 11:30
The tables turn, however, when the man is
at night.
released after technically not breaking any laws, according to some recent changes in the city's misdemeanor and felonies policies. A few hours later, the man was found completely naked after
Oh,
breaking
God.
into a nearby neighbor's apartment.
Just look at him, it just looks so disgusting. The reaction, the facial expressions that he has is so terrible. And imagine if he actually would have succeeded in breaking open the door before the police or anybody else comes and rescues the victims or people who are inside. That is just so scary on another level. Just think of it, because you just don't know what weapon they have and how potent it is, so it's very important to ensure your doors, windows, everything is quite safe, secure, and because things like this can make you very vulnerable.
Well, the night, I was pretty freaked out. I mean, he was, it's like Nightmare on Elm Street, the video.
Cindy was home alone. Robert was out of town, but watching everything unfold through their Ring security system.
I said, Cindy, you got to call the cops immediately.
She did, and she also decided to communicate with the
Oh,
man
God.
at her door, hoping to scare him away.
What is it? This is a little gun.
When LAPD officers arrived, Cindy showed them the video. The initial response was that the man who was still in the neighborhood would be detained.
He matched the description, so since I already saw the video, I'll be able to better identify him.
But after communicating with superiors, officers explained there would be no arrest.
During the amount of time that he was doing it for, and then immediately during the ring camera, there's certain elements that we need to meet for a crime to take him in.
Anybody that sees the reverse camera angle, if I showed 100 people that said, what was this guy trying to do? They're all going to say he's trying to break into the house.
The Hemingways were told about Prop 47, which reclassifies certain crimes from felonies to misdemeanors. And seen in this video was let go. A few hours later, he took off all his clothes and broke into this apartment, not too far away from the Hemingways.
Desnudo, completamente desnudo.
Jose Campos says the naked man woke up his 12-year-old twins. He heard the commotion and confronted the intruder, who then grabbed a drill and began fighting with Jose.
And that's when I saw the guy naked with my dad fighting.
We hid in my uncle's room, and I don't know, we would just hear noises and stuff, and it was very scary.
Pure carelessness or whatever, you know. If they had instead put him behind bars, this would not have happened. Sometimes I think, oh, what is this world we're living in?
Up with is a charge of vandalism. Jose says what occurred at his apartment isn't vandalism. He says it's a much more serious crime. The Hemingways agree.
Children might be freaked out. I mean, every night now they would be having this nightmare, or you know, just having this thought in the back of their mind that something like this would happen again, because this is a kind of a trauma which would take a very long time to heal, and even if they are healed, it would still come back in bits and pieces. It is disgusting to think of that too. It's terribly unsettling to think, because as adults we might still cope with it somewhat, or you know, look at the practical side and all of that, but as children it's very, very difficult to come to terms with something like difficult. And I think children being exposed to something like this just breaks my heart.
Home Sweet Home. A Reddit user named Syntax Error posted a short clip of an elderly woman holding a knife and laughing maniacally while walking up the doorsteps of a stranger's home. It appears that the lady is smiling, but then has an expression of confusion come across her face, followed by more smiling as she waves the knife around in front of the camera. As frightening as this might appear, this is more than likely a woman suffering from dementia and is unaware of her surroundings or location. I understand how visually threatening this might appear to some people, but this seems to be more of a case of a mental decline rather than someone with sinister intentions. But you can decide for yourself what her motive was. Another one bites the dust. Now, taking a break from the more serious altercations in the video, we have this clip of a young woman who appears to be having some
do some
fun
weird gestures. I don't know what is up with them.
She could also just be
I mean,
drunk and
okay,
passing
you
by
can
when she
scare
notices the
people,
doorbell
just
camera.
staying a
She
little
begins
back
making
to, right?
intentionally
Why do you
creepy,
have to go like
cringy gestures before pausing when
these?
she notices a car driving by. After the car leaves the area, she resumes her activity and leaves more than a minute worth of footage for the homeowner to watch back the following day. The funny part is that the user posted the video on their YouTube channel and commented that he thought the girl who trespassed was pretty cute. And I guess this could be
I don't think you know the consequences of this, do you?
Honorable mentions. The last three clips don't require any type of introduction or description, as most of them are very isolated and very brief instances of unexpected visitors in the middle of the night. They have either been covered endlessly in other videos or have no further information available regarding their origin. First being a man under the influence of some type of drug, knocking on random doorbell cams looking incredibly suspicious and run down, while the other two visitors put a lot more work into their appearance before making their ring cam debut.
Seriously?
The reason I am not investing more time into the narration of these clips is because there isn't anything else to add or describe.
I think this world needs help. I think we need help. I don't know what is happening, and every day I find such weird things, I hear such things that I have no words. We need help. What is with that costume? Imagine looking like a something wearing some different costumes, becoming a Spider-Man, Superman, this, that, a toothbrush, a soap, duck, or something like that, and just, you know, coming on different people's doorbells and trying to scare them off, looking like a fancy dress competition winner. As I said, we need help. This world needs help.